Hi folks, I'm Allie with the Potomac Bead Company, and I'm playing with one of our newest seed bead styles. It's called the Rizo bead. And what I'm making out of these are these little sea urchin balls here. You can put on the bottom of earrings. They'll look really nice. You could put them strung on a bracelet. There's room in the middle here that you can string things through. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's based on right angle weave. If you're not sure how to do right angle weave, it would really help to pause this video here, check out our right angle weave video, watch that, and come back to it. For these little balls here, I'm using the Crystal Full Labrador, the silver color of the Rizo beads, and then I'm also using 11O seed beads, and these are a matte turquoise AB. For the Rizo beads, I've preset the Rizos into 6 groups of 4. This is going to help you keep track of the beads that you're using. It can be a little bit confusing as you're working with it, especially because all these spikes need to stick out to the outside. So when you're working with them, just kind of keep track of what you're doing, and these piles will help you to figure out and keep track of how many beads you need to use. To start out, I have a short piece of thread. I'm working with about 16 inches of 0.006 wildfire beading thread and a size 10 English beading needle. These actually will be better if you're using a really thin fishing line or supple max. They'll hold their tension and their tightness and stick a little bit better. But that's really hard to show on the video because it is clear, so I'm using the white thread so that you can see it. The first thing I'm going to start by doing is grabbing a bead of another color, and I'm just going to use this red seed bead here. I'm going to make a stop bead. The stop bead is going to go onto the bottom of my thread and just hang out there for a little bit. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on 1 seed bead and my 4 Rizos, which are going to be separated by the 11O seed beads. The Rizos are a Czech glass seed bead, and they're really new to the market, and there's not a ton of patterns out with them, so we're trying to do some new stuff just to check it out. So in between my Rizo beads here, I have my seed beads, and I'm also starting with a seed bead. So on goes 4 of my Rizos and 4 of my seed beads, alternating in style. Then what I'm going to do after I have them down next to the stop bead is I'm going to go back through my seed bead, my first Rizo, my second seed bead, and then my third seed bead. So I'm going through 2 Rizos and 3 seed beads. That's going to work then to be the top of my right angle unit. So here's going to be the bottom, here's the sides, and the sides are going to have these wings here that fan out from them. So for right angle, I'm going to put on a Rizo, a seed bead, Rizo, seed bead, Rizo, seed bead, Rizo. That's going to take care of my second pile of my Rizo beads. Right angle units are based on units of 4. My seed beads are acting as my right angle unit. I already have 1 on, so I'm adding an additional 3. I'm going back through that same seed bead that I was coming out of in a circular fashion with my needle now going from left to right. That's going to round out my beads so they're sitting right on top of one another. I'm going to go back through a Rizo, a seed bead, a Rizo, and then back out through the seed bead. So I'm always going back through the seed bead that's already there, as well as 2 more seed beads. And that's always going to bring me to my top of my unit. You can see the Rizos here that get a little bit tricky because this one's bending down. It's easiest if you try to keep them flat. So you're going to have those 2 little butterfly wings. Again, I'm going to start with a Rizo, seed bead, Rizo, another seed bead and a Rizo, seed bead, Rizo. So I'm adding my Rizos always that are separated by seed beads. So you should get 4 of your Rizos and 3 seed beads. Again, in a circular fashion, I'm taking my needle back through that last seed bead, that one that was on there already. That's going to circle everything out and make those butterfly wings. Again, for this right angle unit, I'm going to go back through my Rizo bead, back through a seed bead, back through another seed bead and Rizo, and I'm going to come out through the seed bead. Lay it down so my Rizos are going to the side, and it's hard for me a little bit to show this because I like to hold my projects up, so it's a little bit difficult to hold this one down. So again, I went back through the original seed bead that was already there that my thread was coming out of, and then I went back through a Rizo, a seed bead, a Rizo, and a seed bead. That was my third set that I've done. I have one more set to do, and for this one, I'm only going to be adding 2 seed beads. I'm going to add a seed bead, a Rizo, and a seed bead, and then what I'm going to do is join this to make my loop. I'm going back through that original seed bead that is next to my stop bead. That's going to round out your whole project and create a little loop. On the other side here to connect it, I'm going to put my Rizo, my seed bead, my Rizo, and then I'm going to go back through that original seed bead as well. So I'm going to end up here at the end with my seed beads in place. When I sew that closed, that gets my little box here. And you'll notice on all the sides, what you're going to have is, when you're looking at it, you're going to have groups of 4. So you're going to have 4 seed beads, and you're going to have 4 of your Rizo beads. And that creates that box effect. What I'm going to do now is fill in the sides of the box, which are going to be right here and right here on the other side. So we're going to get ready to fill in that box.